How are you? How are you all doing? Today I'm bringing you a video about a store concept that just a few years ago was unthinkable. An amazing store like the one you're about to see here. Right now I'm at the X shopping center Madrid in Alcorcón. And you're going to be amazed by this incredible bike shop, a store that's designed exclusively for second-hand bicycles. Come in and you'll see we're already welcomed by topes de gama. Here we have a Specialized Epic 120. Here we have a good bike, an iBike. Super powerful from Orbea, a gravel. Electric, and here a Cannondale Super 6 Evo road bike. As a top-of-the-line demonstration, I say that this was unthinkable a few years ago because a bike shop of this size, of this scale, how about it? Welcome, Daniel. This is your store. Thank you. 100% dedicated to second-hand bicycles. Something we couldn't imagine, yet now we have it. So I want you to come with me and let's do a little bit of bicycle gossip and maybe also some recommendations or purchase possibilities that this new type can offer us of places, right? If that's okay with you, let's start with the gravel section, which I personally find very interesting because gravel is a category that to this day is not fully mature yet. If you go look at new gravel bikes, you'll see that there are all kinds of setups, especially when it comes to the drivetrain. Here you can take a look at these refurbished models. For example, a single chainring setup with a mountain cassette and a mountain rear derailleur, which is known as a mule. However, there are also other setups, like a more traditional road double chainring with a relatively small cassette, or even a single chainring, like this Shimano GRX here with a more intermediate cassette. For gravel, where am I going with all this? Well, basically, nowadays, it's relatively simple. If you're new to the world of gravel and you're not really sure what kind of gravel riding you're going to do, well, you might make a mistake. Basically, you may end up making a substantial investment in a new bike, which two things can happen. One, over time, you end up getting to know yourself better and you end up discovering that the type of gravel riding you wanted to do isn't exactly what the bike you bought is for. Or two, that the standards, once the category matures, end up going in a certain direction, that they aren't the ones of the bike you bought. Wheel widths, types of transmission, and so on. In 6 months, a year, or 2 years, your bike may become obsolete. So for those who are starting out in this category, I think considering the second-hand option is a very interesting thing. Here we can see, for example, that all these models we have here start at 1,200 euros. So as you can see, the entry price is easier than what we can usually find in new bicycles. Here we have another example, also in another category, which would be road bikes. I've shown you both extremes a bit. Here we have the extreme end of the bicycle. Practically, latest model. In this case, we're talking about a Bianchi Oltre XR, for a model that was in the Italian brand's catalog until very recently. Right behind us, we have an S-Works SL7. The SL8 is currently the latest model, but both bikes have features that are perfectly up to date today. Very high-end components, in this case, a wireless SRAM red group set. Back there we have a Shimano Dura Ace, both with power meters, and here we even have a cycling ceramic. Like ceramic bearings and so on. In other words, these are super well-equipped bikes with deep section carbon wheels. Obviously these are options that are above 5,000 euros, even though they are refurbished second-hand bikes. But for those who want the highest range, the highest performance, and above all, again, are very concerned about weight, there are always options like this gem we have here, which is a high-performance machine, a Pinarello that personally I think looks incredible. Obviously it comes with rim brakes. Therefore, this bike is already a bit old, but look at the equipment. Mavic carbon wheels, carbon stem, carbon handlebars, and an Ultegra group set. A bike that we weighed out of curiosity, it's at 6.9 kilos, just as you see it, and it costs 1,700 euros. So, well, it all depends on what each person is looking for and their financial situation and so on. Well, you can always have more options when it comes to prices. with better access to refurbished second-hand bicycles. And now, if it's okay with you, let's check out some other things around here. Let's take advantage of having Daniel with us. Did you like the store or not? Very much. I think it's incredible that you have this set up. I mean, until recently, there were only 2 or 3 used bikes in the stores, bike shops, new bikes, so people selling their own dusty, unused ones. Here, you give them an unexpected spotlight. Yes, in this case, we can buy them as individuals or as a company, and they can be traded in as part of the payment, okay? So you have a great purchasing power when you have a large volume, like we have here in the Barcelona store, in the Madrid store, in the Barcelona store, which are large volumes of second-hand bikes, and on the website as well. Exactly, I mean, it's not just what you see here, exactly. It's super important that not only in the stores, but also on the website, we have the full capacity, the entire range of bicycles. So anyone, a friend of mine or myself can come here with a bicycle and say, hey, I'm interested in selling it, right? You can bring the bike yourself with a prior evaluation, which can be done through the website at the Madrid store, just like here and at the Barcelona store. With that, we have a prior evaluation between 1,100 and 1,200. For example, the mechanic checks it and confirms that everything is okay. And then an official contract is made with an immediate transfer, and you walk out the door with the contract, a proof of payment, and the money in your account. Just like that, quickly. And then once you have these bikes, how does the reconditioning, putting them up for sale, and all that work? In this case, we check 71 points on the bike. We thoroughly inspect all the components. In this case, the most important thing is the frame. We check the suspensions. We have a team specialized in maintenance, and recently we've started checking the motors, especially Shimano and Bosch, which are the most important ones when it comes to bikes. And how do you make it easier for people to have access to a bicycle? In this case, as we mentioned before, they can trade in their bicycle as part of the payment for another one. And we also offer financing options from 3 to 36 months to make it easier for the customer to buy, which in this case is a help. And what about warranties? What kind of warranty does a reconditioned bicycle have? We give a 1-year warranty on the entire bicycle, in this case including the frame. For electric bikes, the motor and battery are included. And you also have the possibility of getting a 2nd year of warranty. This would come at an additional cost. Added, exactly. Depending on the price, it has one cost or another, but it's minimal compared to the cost of reproduction. All right, so well, here we have another bicycle. The refurbished bikes symbolize a bit. Do you also have new 0 mileage bikes in addition to the second-hand ones? Like cars, that's right. We also have 0 mileage bicycles that can be purchased by companies. So what happens is that it could be a test model, or it could be from an exhibition or a recording. And then bicycles, as you can see here, brand new almost. At half price almost. Well, this one specifically, the cassette, I don't know if it's even turned more than twice. It has titanium screws. In this case, it's a gas that's pretty much brand new with its new Ram engine. Exactly, I was going to say it's a bike that could easily be in a new bike shop, let's put it that way. Yes, that's an advantage. We have a wide selection of both new and used bikes, but our largest inventory is in used bikes, where you can find great deals. But we have opportunities like this one, which is a really good deal from Gas. Even the brake levers are titanium, all the bolts too. What about the one you mentioned earlier that you definitely wanted to show me? It's an urban bike that, in this case for Madrid, works really well for getting around at work, for example. And since we're here in this city, so close. This is a transportation vehicle, so you can get away and also play sports. So is it something you guys also touch on, the urban theme and all that? This one is also brand new, as it's very shiny. We offer various new brands. As I said, these tires are brand new. Taking it slow? And what type of category or discipline are the ones that sell the most? Right now, at this time of year, the best sellers are the electric full suspension and hardtail bikes. And in this case, full suspension, but now with the good weather returning after weeks of rain, Road bikes will become much more popular, meaning road bike sales will increase a lot because good weather is coming. Very good, very interesting. That's it. Share your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if any of you have already bought a second-hand bike, or more specifically here at Bike Occasion. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments below. That's all for now. Have a great day and see you in the next videos. Bye. Take care.